Can you hear me? Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Can brothers hear me? Okay. Okay, calm. Brothers here. All right, calm. All right, so we back. All right. All right, so we back. Salaki for that. All right, so we back. You know, Satan trying to take away the word, but we back. All right. 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. All right, all praises to the Most High. It says, he answered me then and said, and Shalom, Aaron Jacobs, Shalom, Kobe. All right, Karaf. 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before. Right, so the Most High told us to what? Measure the times. We have to know what time we're living in. We have to know what seal we're living in. All right, we're living during the time of the fourth seal, as you can read in Revelation, the 6th chapter. We're living during the time of beginning to go into Jacob's trouble. We're living during the time of when all hell breaks loose. We're living during the time of Matthew chapter 24. We're living during the time of 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and 16. We're not living during the time of ancient Egypt. We're living during the time of Babylon the Great, all right, and its destruction. All right, so we're measuring the times, okay? But that's not the point. Let's keep going. Verse 2. Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Let's just get a precept about how the Most High visits the earth. All right. Let's see how he visits the earth. This is Isaiah chapter 29 and verse 6. All right, Isaiah 29 and 6. It says, thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and with great noise and with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire. So that's the Most High visiting the earth. He doesn't visit the earth by, getting off his throne and, coming down to the earth, making him, cracking open the sky, and now everybody sees Yahweh, right? That's not how the Lord, gets down. That's not how he visits the earth. He visits the earth with thunder, earthquake, great noise. What's that great noise? That great noise is the sedition among men, as you can read in 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter. All right. The great uproars of the people, right? Like in Matthew, the 24th chapter, nation rising up against nation and kingdom against kingdom. All right. All these things. It says earthquake, great noise, and storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire. California is on fire. Oregon's on fire. Part of Colorado is on fire, right? The West Coast is on fire. Why? Because the Most High, he's the one that's doing that. See, the spiritual minded man, you understand that this is the Most High doing that. And it's not just, Mother Nature. It's the Most High, right? That's plaguing the earth right now. As you can read in 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, he's sending those plagues. Let's just get that real quick, right? 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 14. Right, 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 14. Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. So the Most High, he's like a mighty archer, right? Let's read that, verse 16. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer, returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again. So the Most High, he's sending plague after plague. All right, he was sending plague after plague. Hey, he sent the plague of fire right now. He sent the COVID-19. He sent the great uproars of the people, sedition among men. All these things are plagues on the earth. The plague of locusts back over there in the so-called Middle East and East Africa. So those are plagues, constant plagues. right? The plague of war, that's a plague. You know what I'm saying? So the Most High, he's sending plague after plague after plague. So you have to know what time you're living in based off the signs that the Most High is showing you, right? And is revealing onto his people during this time. Because let's go to Amos real quick. If you're an Israelite, you'll understand what time you're living in. If you're rightly dividing the word of truth and you're measuring the times diligently. Amos chapter 3 and verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid? So the trumpet is being blown right now. The prophets that's going out into the highways and hedges, all right, those of us that's going out into the highways and hedges, we're blowing the trumpet. We're warning our people of the evil that's forth to come. We're telling these nations the evil that's going to come to them too. So, hey, the people, our people that's listening, they're afraid. Hey, we're afraid, right, of the destruction. But on another fold, we're not afraid because we know that the Most High, he will deliver us through our faith and through our works, right? It says, and the people will not be afraid, right, Salakia? It said, shall there be evil in the city and the Lord hath not done it? So the Lord, he does all good and all evil. You have to understand that too. Verse 7, surely the Lord God will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. So the prophets, the servants, we're the servants of the Most High. Isaiah chapter 44, verse 1. We are the servants of the Most High. All right. So he's revealing his secret. He's revealing what time we're living in to the prophets, to Israel, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. All right. So 2nd Ezra chapter, and let me just get this prophecy real quick. Because, the scriptures, it repeats itself. It gives multiple prophecies about the same thing, you know what I'm saying? Or multiple precepts about the same prophecy, rather, right? This is 2nd Ezra's. Let me try to find this real quick. 2nd Ezra chapter 13 and verse 29. Behold, the days come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth. And he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth. And one shall overtake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another. So this is the Most High prophesying about the end times, the signs. You know what I'm saying? That's forth to come. And that is happening right now. All right. So I'm going to go back to 2nd Ezra 9. So this is 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. So we see earthquakes and uproars of the people. All right. Verse 4. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world, here's the point. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Even so, the times also the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. So the Most High said that everything in the heavens has a beginning and an end. I mean, not in the heavens, on earth, right? So everything on earth has a beginning and an end, right? You watching this live stream, you had a beginning. You were in your mother's womb, right? That was your beginning, and then you came out, right? Everything on this world has an ending and a beginning, right? So we have to understand that the end is being made manifest. The end of this world is being made manifest. Let's go to 2nd Ezra's. What was this again? Right, 2nd Ezra chapter 6. Right, 2nd Ezra chapter 6. 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, so when is the end going to be? Right? That's what Ezra's asking. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So the Lord said that what? Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So after Esau's rule, right, his end, then Jacob's rule will start, right? So that's plain, that's clear. He straight up said that what? Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, right? So the world has an end. The earth has an end, all right? Everything in this world, as of right now, has an end, right? And Lord willing, you watching this live stream and you being an Israelite, Lord willing, you don't have an end, because there may be some watching this video that shall not taste death. All right. But generally, everybody has an end, right? And everything has an end, a beginning and an end. This is Ezekiel chapter 7 and verse 6. And let's go to the words of Ezekiel. Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 6. An end is come, the end is come, it watcheth for thee, behold, it is come. So Ezekiel, he said, look, the end is come, right? An end is come, it watcheth for thee, behold, it is come. So the end of what? The end of this world, all right? Go to Matthew chapter 24, verse 14. So our forefathers always spake of the end, you know, because they know that there's going to be an end. You know, there has to be an end. This is Matthew chapter 24 and verse 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world. Because you have a lot of people, you know, a lot of mighty Israelites prophesying this same gospel, right? All over the world. In various countries. People watching from various countries and getting the knowledge from various countries via YouTube, via the prophets actually being out there, you know, going out there physically. So the Lord is raising up a lot of people, a lot of our people in various countries, you know, and to prophesy what? The gospel. And then the end will come. All right. Let's keep going. It says, shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. And then shall the end come. Meaning that what? The end of what? This world. Then the end shall come. So Yahweh Shai, he knew that the end was going to come. You know? Because the end is made manifest. Let's go to Habakkuk chapter 2. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 2. I'm going to start at 2. Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 2. It says, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. So we're making the vision being Salakia. We're making the vision plain upon tables. We're breaking down the prophecies for Israel. You know what I'm saying? So that they may understand what time they're living in and what is forth to come. We're making it plain upon tables. Meaning what? Plain and easy for you to understand. This is verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie, though it tarry. Wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. So the vision is yet for an appointed time. So it's at an appointed time. Meaning that what? Every prophecy will happen in its due time, in its appointed time, in which the Lord wants it to happen. Okay? So he has everything on the timeline. He's the ultimate planner. It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak. At the end of the appointed time, it shall speak. Meaning what? It's going to happen. And not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. So though the prophecies may be, you know, taking long, the Lord said, wait for it. It shall surely come. All right. So, but the point I want to highlight in that says, yet for an appointed time. Everything is on an appointed time. Don't think the Lord's just up there in the heavens just winging it. You know, he's just winging prophecies. I'm going to throw this in there. You know, I'm going to just throw that in there. The Lord's not up in the heavens just winging the prophecies. He has everything on a set timeline. This is factual. Let's go to Second Ezra. Emphatically, Second Ezra chapter 14 and verse 10. Without a shadow of a doubt. Second Ezra 14 and 10. For the world hath lost his youth, and the times begin to wax old. For the world is divided into 12 parts, and the 10 parts of it are gone already, and half of a 10 part. So the Lord already from the foundation of the earth, from the foundation of the world, he already split the times of the world into 12 parts, right? He already split it into 12 parts. You know, like a clock. He already split it in 12 parts, right? It says, and there remaineth that which is after the half of the 10th part. So if it's divided into 12 parts, and at Ezra's time, it said that what? The world is divided into 12 parts, and the 10 parts of it are gone already in half of the 10 part. So 10, right? I believe it's 10.5, right? I believe that's saying, right? 10.5. So if it was around 10 o'clock in Ezra's time, how much more now? Right? How much more now? We're like at 11:59. But it says, and there remaineth that which is after the half of the 10 part. So that's what the Lord said. So he has everything on a timeline. All right. Second Ezra chapter 4. Let's go to Second Ezra chapter 4 and verse 36. Second Ezra chapter 4 and verse 36. It says, and unto these things Uriel the archangel gave them answer, and said, even when the number of seeds is filled in you, for ye have weighed the world in the balance. By measure have ye measured the times, and by number have ye numbered the times. And he doth not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled. All right, so the Lord said that what? He has measured the times. He has numbered the times. So to the exact second, the Lord will make that prophecy unfold. At the exact second, you will die. At the exact second, you will be delivered up. Not a second after, not a second before. Right? So that's how the Lord deals. Like that. You know, everything on its proper timeline. And that's order right there. All right? That's order. Didn't the Lord say in 1 Corinthians chapter 14 and verse 40, let all things be done decently and in order? So the Lord, he's a God of order. He's not the Lord of confusion. You know, he's a God of order. So he would have everything in its proper time. Even let's go to Second Ezra or Ezekiel real quick. Not Ezekiel, Slakia. Exodus chapter 15 and verse 3. Slakia. Exodus chapter 15 and verse 3 says, the Lord is a man of war, the Lord is his name. Or Yahweh is his name. So the Lord is a man of war. In war, they're strict about time. They're really strict about time. Everything needs to be on time. On time. If you meet like veterans, people that used to be in the army, they're always on time. They're even early because they need to be on time. Why? Because they're strict on that. That shows discipline when you're on a specific timeline. So if the Lord is a man of war, and we can see men of war be strict upon time, you know what I'm saying? That would indicate that what? The Most High also is strict on time too, as we can see in the precepts. And also, comparing worldly things with spiritual. Or things done in the world with spiritual things, right? So 2 Ezra chapter 4, and verse 36. Right? So the Lord, that's really what I wanted. He weighed the world in balance. All right. So he has everything in its appointed time. So the end of this world, that's on an appointed time, At the exact second that the Most High wants it, the Babylon the Great will fall. All right. And hey, Lord willing, you watching this live stream, and me also, right? Lord willing, will be delivered out of here if you're an Israelite. All right, this is Job chapter 14 and verse 5. Job 14:5, it says, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee, thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. So, Esau, his days are determined also. His days are determined. His days are numbered. The Lord, he numbered his days. All right? And he knows exactly when Esau's going down. All right, let's go to Job chapter 7, verse 1. Job chapter 7, verse 1, it says, is there not an appointed time to man upon earth? And are not his days also like the days of a hireling? So the Lord said that what? Is there not an appointed time to man upon earth? There's an appointed time for you. Appointed time for you to be born and an appointed time for you to die. And if you don't, and Lord willing, you're part of the elect, like I keep saying, and you won't die, But, that's that timeline right there. Generally, most people die. So that's really what I wanted to get. The end is made manifest. We're living during the end of the world, and all hell's literally about to break loose. So Lord willing, this was edifying. Lord willing, you found, some precepts that you can use. All right. So with that, I'd like to give all honor and glory and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua. Shalom.